Hey everybody, so I am back today with my labor and delivery story. Today is August the 5th, today is September the 5th, so I am 1 month and 1 day postpartum. I had baby Liam on August 4th, Monday, Barack Obama's birthday, yay. He just turned 1 month yesterday. He had his happy 1 month birthday. And yesterday was Beyonce's birthday, and it was one of a good friend of our family's. It was her daughter's birthday, so there's a lot of good things going on yesterday. Yesterday was a very fun day for Liam. So, anywho, before I start with my labor and delivery story, also I have Liam here. He's sleeping in his little snuggle nest, so he's resting. So he's gonna make an appearance hopefully soon if he wakes up. So anyway, on to the labor. Well, before I go into the labor and delivery story, I want to thank everybody who has been commenting on my videos. I wish I could, say thank you individually to each and every one of you guys, but that would just be a lot for me doing all that typing. But thank you guys so much, especially to the ladies out there who, prayed for me and really sent me, heartfelt messages. Like, I read them all. Like a couple times, like I go back and read them again. I read them to Larry. I tell my mother, go to my YouTube page and, watch my video and see this and see that. Like, it's just like, you guys are so kind, so sweet, so thoughtful, and I really appreciate all your prayers, your congrats, your well wishes. Like, it just means so much to me. That is so much positivity and so much like good energy being sent to me, Larry, and Liam. I needed that extra support. You guys know I have support with my parents, I have support with my husband, and friends, and extended family, but just to have it with you guys means even more to me, because you guys don't know me, you didn't grow up with me, but the fact that you see my heart and my spirit, and just the love that you guys give, I wish I could give it all back to you guys. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys too. I really appreciate you guys. God bless you. I'm praying for each and every one of you too. A couple women who are pregnant, good luck. God bless you with your pregnancies. Trying to get pregnant, whatever the case. If you have babies, even if you don't, even if you just watch my videos and just because, thank you guys. And you guys mean a lot to me. And believe it or not, your comments help me. They continue to help me just with the good energy, the positivity. It just really picks me up and makes me feel great, makes me happy, and thank you guys. So I could go on and on with the thanks because I'm like so thankful, but I'm gonna get to the labor and delivery story. So I have notes. Larry and I actually wrote these notes. I was writing them and he had to take over, and I added some notes too. But we did this when we were in a hospital as I was laboring, because I wanted a very accurate labor and delivery story. So I'm gonna, tell it off my head, but I do want to read from here for accuracy. So you guys know we were scheduled to be induced at 8 a.m. August the 4th, which was a Monday. I was 39 weeks. So we get to the hospital, go into our room, and we were just really chilling in there for a while. Like, the nurses were coming in and out, telling me, give a urine sample, do this, put on this hospital gown. But I really didn't get hooked up to any machines or meet any doctors until 11:55. During that waiting time, if you guys follow me on Instagram, we did some pictures and Love on Top video. I posted that when Liam was 1 week old. Just dancing and saying, oh, my little Love on Top's gonna be here, because I don't know, I just knew this was going to be my last time with a baby in my stomach, last couple hours. So I just wanted some video footage of that. Okay, so started the Pitocin at level 1 at 11:55. And, the Pitocin really didn't I didn't really feel any contractions or anything. I got my epidural at 3:30, and when I got that, I really wasn't in extreme pain, but just my cardiologist and my perinatologist just emphasized they wanted me to get an early epidural. So I just, you know, chose to get it earlier versus getting it when I'm in extreme pain. So I got the epidural early around 3:30, and they asked everybody to leave out the room. I had my mom, my dad, my 2 older sisters, and of course Larry was in a hospital room with me. So they let you have as many, I think 5 people in the room with you or something like that, I'm not sure. So all of them were in the room. So they made everybody leave, even Larry. Larry was like, I have to leave too. He was surprised, but they even made Larry leave out the room. And, you know, the team came in. It was like 3 girls. They looked, you know, young, but obviously they knew what they were doing. And I guess one was giving my epidural and she was teaching people. So, I don't know. It took like 30 minutes for them to do it. And, of course, I sat on the edge of the bed with my main nurse in front of me. And, you know, she was just telling me to relax and everything. So they did that. Also, before I got the epidural, they gave me a catheter. And I had that without the epidural. So it was definitely uncomfortable. But I guess usually they give the epidural, they put in the catheter after you are already numb. But I'm telling you guys, like I endured so much that I did not think I could endure. So, at 4:40, so that was at 4 o'clock. So, you know, family, everybody came back in, I guess not long after that happened. So I'm just, you know, chilling in the bed, having my contractions. I'm numb at this point. But they gave me like a low dosage of the epidural, because if you get a lot of epidural after you're done, like I guess after labor, you can have a lot of fluid retention and a lot of swelling, and that puts a lot of work on your heart. They didn't want that for me. They didn't want me to swell up a lot, so they gave me a little bit of epidural. So like I was numb, but I wasn't like 100% numb like some people get. Like I still felt, you know, people touching my leg. It just felt very heavy, like you know, when your limbs fall asleep. That's what I felt, but it was more numb than that. But you know, that's the feeling. So around 4:42, you know, we're all in the room chilling. Like I don't want to say 100, but at least like 20 people rush into the room. Like 2 doctors, not my main doctor, but like, you know, they have assistant doctors. Like 2 doctors came in, nurses, all these people. Like machines started beeping, and they were like, okay, they turned me on my side. A girl put oxygen on my face. She's just like, just relax, just relax. And so I'm on my side, and like all my family's over here, and I'm just looking at them, and I'm in my head like, God help me. And I'm praying. I'm like, I don't know if something's going on with my baby, with Liam, or something's going on with me, you know. But I just tried to stay calm because, you know, just talking about it with my sister Nicole beforehand, who has my niece, she just told me, like, don't panic. Whatever you do, when you're in that bed, don't panic. So I just had that in my head, like, you know, no matter how scared you get, how, you know, upset. You know, I did cry a couple times even before that happened because I was scared. But I knew, like, I didn't want to panic and freak out. So I just stayed calm. And they were doing all that because they couldn't get Liam's heartbeat. I guess his heartbeat had dropped off the machine or whatever the case may be. So they were doing all this stuff to get his heartbeat, turning me on my side, giving me oxygen. They cut off the epidural. And they were just making like this huge fuss over me. And so the lady, she bust my water bag at this point. And she to put, I guess, like a monitor on Liam's head so they could like keep a heart rate on him. And so my main doctor came in, and he was a little like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? And so I guess as soon as she did that, or like before she could even get the monitor on Liam's head, his heart rate came back and he was fine. And so they broke my water. You know, some people felt it was done prematurely, and if your water breaks, you know, early, then you are at risk of, you know, getting infection or just whatever. So, I think they checked me, my main doctor checked me at that point, and I was just 5 centimeters dilated. So I was a little disappointed at that point. And at 6 p.m. a new doctor came in. I was with the one doctor all morning, and at 6 o'clock the other doctor took over. I had 2 very great doctors. So he took over, and at 6:20 they boost my Pitocin up. I was at a level 6 at this point. You know, I started at a level 1. And at 7 o'clock I was 6 centimeters dilated. And my doctor at that point, he checked me again, and he placed the IUPC monitor on me, and that checks the strength of the contractions that I was having. That was at 7 p.m. and he checked me again. I was 6 centimeters dilated. So by the time 8 o'clock came, I was feeling horrible, painful contractions, and you guys can know because that's when my notes stopped at 8 o'clock. Me and Larry both stopped writing at 8 o'clock, and the level of Pitocin was a number 8. And I was just like, I was in so much pain. And like my sisters was watching the monitor. My sister Yuri was just like, whoa, that contraction is like a 60 or that's a 55. And I was like, and like the higher level it went, the worse pain. And like my contractions were low because Liam was low. And it just hurt so bad. Like I couldn't, when I was contracting, I couldn't talk. I just had to breathe. I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is what they was talking about, you know? And so at that point I wanted more epidural, and so I called in the nurse and whoever I could to get more epidural. The nurse, or the lady who was the anesthesiologist who came in, she gave me a hard time. It was very frustrating. So I ended up not getting the epidural, and that was encouraged by the nurse that I had, because she was just like, you're so close, you're so close. And she felt like that epidural would slow down the process. And I wanted to have Liam that night, you know, like I didn't want it to go over to midnight. I didn't want to be giving birth at 2, 3 a.m., you know, because it was exhausting. Even though you're just laying there, like you're still, you know, they're turning you, you're still doing a lot. So that was at 8 o'clock. So I think I don't know, 9 o'clock came, and they checked me again. I was 10 centimeters. They were ready to get Liam out. I pushed a little bit, but I mainly, like, I coughed and I sneezed, and like that impact, you know, like, you know, pushed him out, and they used a vacuum suction to pull him out. And that lasted, I don't know, I guess, I don't know what time. It was starting around 9 o'clock, you know, getting set up and getting the room prepped and everything. The doctors was in, all these nurses was in, and like so many people came in my room. I guess because I was high risk and because of how they had to get Liam out, they just wanted a lot of people in there to, in case something went wrong, you know. And so 10:14, Liam was delivered. He was coughed out and pulled out with the vacuum. Laid him on my chest. Larry cut the umbilical cord. He weighed 6 pounds, 3 ounces. He was 19.25 inches long. He had a head full of hair. They told me that as he was coming out, he has a head full of hair. And it was just a beautiful experience. My mother and my 2 sisters was in the room. Of course, Larry was there right by my side. I had the oxygen on the whole time. I didn't even need it, but for my sanity, like, I was like, I need this oxygen on. It's helping me for some reason. They was like, you could take that off, but I just felt like it was helping me breathe better. And I was squeezing Larry. Like, I have pictures. My sister got pictures. Like, I was squeezing the back of his shirt because, like, I felt everything down below, guys. Like, when they were pulling him out, like, it hurt so bad that before they started pulling him out, like, the doctor got this, I was like, can I get something? He was like, I can give you, like, lidocaine, which is like basically Novocaine that they put in your mouth when you're going to get your teeth pulled. He said, I can give you some of that down there, and basically in your vagina. And I was like, okay, you know, shoot it up. And he got like his needle, and it looked like a gun with a big sharp needle, and he went up in those muscles and he numbed me because I couldn't get the epidural because I was too close to delivery at that point. So it took the edge off, but I still felt Liam coming out. I felt him crowning. I felt the burning. I felt the pain, the stretching. Like, oh my gosh. Like, women who do that with no assistance, it's just like, oh my goodness, you know? And it's just so different because my sister, like, she had an epidural. She pushed my niece out and she didn't feel anything, you know? And my niece was like 7 pounds. She was a lot bigger than Liam. Liam was a small baby, you know? But anyway, so that's the gist of it. He came at 10:14. It's a blessing he did because, you know, my family decided they stayed until like midnight. And then they left, and so it was just me and Larry. I was starving because I hadn't eaten anything that entire day except from orange juice. And they told me to stop drinking that, you know, like at 9 o'clock. So all I had was ice chips. So he got me like a salad, and it was, you know, we just chilled out in the hospital room, and I tried to nurse Liam, and just being a new mom and just having that experience, like, I don't know, words can't really express it. I feel so blessed because I was scared, but I had faith in God that everything would be okay, and everything is okay. So that's the gist of it. Don't want to go on too long. I will be doing more videos. It's not easy to do videos now. You know, Larry was home for 3 weeks. Now he's back at work. So, you know, I have my mom and my sisters coming. My dad comes, you know, but it's just like, it's a lot being by yourself with a newborn. You know, if they not asleep, then they want to be held, fed, or changed, or just, you know, entertained in some kind of way. So, and then when they are asleep, like, that's your time to sleep. Or that's your time to eat, that's your time to wash bottles, that's your time to pump, you know, whatever. So I'm going to be doing more like mommy videos because we did go through a lot. Liam's first week of life, I got very sick. I had an upper respiratory viral infection. He wasn't eating well. He wasn't having any wet or BMs, any wet diapers or any BM diapers. So we had to take him back to the doctor when he was 4 days old. We were released when he was 3 days old. We had to take him back at 4 days old. I had to get checked to see what was wrong with me. Then I had to have a follow-up with the cardiologist. It's just so much. So I'm going to do a separate video with all that. I guess just the postpartum update up until his 1-month birthday. So that is it, guys. That's the labor and delivery story. It was a beautiful experience. Thank you guys again for your prayers, your love, your support. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye. Oh, I want to show Liam, of course. Okay, he's sleeping. So his daddy will be home soon. So I'll get him up. Oh, let you have a little. He's drooling in his sleep. Okay, guys, not sure if you can see him, but this is baby Liam. He's a big guy. He's not 6'3" anymore. I'm not sure how much he weighs. This is his head full of hair. His last doctor's appointment, he was around 7 pounds, a little over 7 pounds, and he's doing really good now. His next appointment is in about 4 weeks. They want to see him again when he's 2 months old, but he's beautiful and he's healthy, and we are all very blessed. So thank you guys for watching. Do we look alike? Everybody says he looks like Larry. So now that he's gaining weight, I think he's starting to look like me now. So, okay, I'm going to lay him back down. Bye guys. Thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and record another video of his postpartum update.